All right. 2. Rational exponent rule. So you could have a fraction on the exponent. So far you just have an integer value, positive number, negative number, right? But now you could have a fraction or decimal. Okay, so we're doing that. So when you get this, guys, think about this. Let's look at this one. 7 to the half power. 7 to the half power. So I'm gonna use this example. So when you get 7 to the half, what happen if I do this? What happen if I square? Then you know power to the power, right? Power to the power. So 7 half times by 2. So half times by 2, that is 1. So you just get what? You just get 7, right? Then think about it, guys. You square something and you got 7. Isn't that this? When you have square root of 7 and you square that, then you get 7, right? So it's the same thing. So what? Look, parentheses square, you get 7, right? You get the same result. But that could be 7 to the half or square root of 7. So what? They are the same thing. They're the same thing. 7 to the half power, that's same as square root of 7. And you know, when we call this one, we say that that's square root, right? So you don't see anything, but actually we are not writing 2 here. We call that's the index number. When it's 2, we don't say it. We don't write it. So, but even though you don't have a number here, we know that's square root. So that's 2. So your index number, we don't write it, but if you need to write it, then you have to write 2 over here. Oops. You have to write 2 over here. So it's the same thing, guys. So this is the rule over here. When you get 1 over n, right? This denominator, your denominator goes to the index number. Alright? So if you get x to the 1/3, right? Then this 3 goes to the index number of the radical. So you get cube root of x. Cube root of x. Okay? And for that one, we read it like this. N root. We read it n's root. Alright? That's cube root, square root. Okay? So look at this one, guys. X to the m over n power. So your power exponent is a fraction like that. Then what? We're just focus on the denominator. Your denominator goes to the index number. Alright? So here, x to the m over n power, then what? Your denominator. That goes to the index number like this, n's root, and then you just keep the leftover x to the m. That's your leftover, right? So when you get this, you can write it like that. And also this power, this m power, you can also write it like this. Square n's root of x to the m power. That's fine. That's the same thing. Okay? So that's the rule, and let's use it for the number. Okay? Let's solve the problems. So we did that one. 7 to the half power, then your denominator goes to the index number, so we get square root of 7, right? And look at B. What's your denominator of the power? 3, right? So we have to write 3 out. Cube root of 2 to the 5th. That's it. If you want that, then you can also do this. This is fine. It's the same thing. Okay. That's the same thing. And C, look at C. Your denominator, what's your denominator? 5, right? So you can put it outside to the index number. So you know what, that 5 is supposed to be little tiny number on the top of the radical. So don't write it like this. This is not right. This is not right. All right, so your index number is supposed to be this little tiny number. All right, and a to the 6. Okay, if you want, you can also do this. A to the 6th power, that's fine. It's the same thing. And D, ooh, 1.5. Guys, you know what's 1.5? 1.5, that's 3 over 2, right? So you know what, that one, I'm gonna convert it like this. 3 over 2. Because 1.5 is 3 over 2, right? So you can change it to the fraction. And then this index number 2, then what? We do 2 and a root. So normally when you get square root, we don't write the index number. So I'm not going to write it. And you get 6v cubed. Okay? Or you can have square root of 6v cubed. That's fine. And E. Oh God, you got negative and fraction, right? Negative and fraction. Then what do you do first? You do negative first, because that's confusing part. So I'm going to do negative first. So I will get rid of this negative sign. But what? I need to flip it, right? So 1 over 5x and a 5 over 4. Just write it like this first. So we did negative sign, right? And then you have this fraction. So we need to take out this 4. So 4th root of 5x to the 5th power, like this. This 5, I just put it outside. If you want, you can put the parentheses for that. That doesn't matter. If you want, you can put it, but I don't want to put the parentheses, so I'm gonna keep it like this. All right. So I'm telling you, if you want, you can have parentheses. Doesn't matter, it's the same thing. All right, so negative and fraction. If you know how to do this, then you know all the rules. All right, and F, 4th root of V. So from F, we're converting it to the exponential form. Okay, so this is going backward. How can we write radical form to the rational exponent form? Okay, so look at this. Then that one, what? V, just write the inside. V, do you have any power? Nothing. So I'm gonna keep 1 for this, because we will make a fraction form, right? And you just bring this 4 back like this. Okay, and G, you have, write the inside, take your power 3, right? And then your index number, bring it on the denominator. Done. Okay, and H, keep your inside, keep your power, and bring your index number over 3. Okay, and I, so that one. Then guys, look, we have 1 over, right? So I'm gonna write negative exponent, but let's do the radical first, right? So 1 over inside power, and your index number, nothing means 2, so 5 over 2, like this. Okay, or you can also do, no, I think this is fine. I'm not gonna use negative power for this. Normally when it's negative power, then you need to convert it to the positive power. So this is good. Okay, and what about J? J is, oh, you have power, but we can simplify this one, guys. So 1 over 2, that's what? That's square root, right? So 1 over 2 power, that's square root. Your inside, 9 and to the 4, right? So you know what? Square root of 9 times square root of n to the 4. So square root of 9, you know that's 3, right? And n to the 4, that one, square root of n to the 4. Then we can do it n squared, right? So you can do this, guys. And also that one too, half power. So you can do square root of 81 m to the 6, right? And 9 m to the third power. You can do that. Or you know what? You can distribute this half. You can because this is anyway, we can apply all the power rule. So you distribute that. Then 9, what's 9? That's 3 squared, right? So square and a half, so only 3. And to the 4, 4 times by half, half of 4, 2, like this. Or 81, that is 9 squared, right? And m to the 6, you got this, and you have over 2, right? So you distribute this over 2, then you get over 2, over 2, then you get 9, and 6 over 2, which is 3. Alright? So guys, please go over these problems. Alright? Please go over this one more time by yourself. Alright? And then tomorrow I'm gonna upload do now assignment, and will be similar like that. Okay? So this is confusing. This is confusing, I know. So you need more practice on this one. So please, after this lesson, I want you to watch it like twice for this, because this is confusing. Alright? And if you got it, that's fine. But if you're not, practice. Alright? Okay, thank you for watching the video, guys. And all teachers, math department teachers, will go to school to clean up the classroom. So I'm going to school tomorrow. It's gonna be like kind of sad, I think, right? Because it's like empty classroom and I'm just cleaning up. So anyway, guys, today's lesson quiz. When does Ms. Hong go to school to clean up? It is Wednesday, alright? Oh, actually, I said tomorrow because, like, right now it's Tuesday night. That's why. So anyway, Ms. Hong will clean up the classroom on Wednesday, alright? Okay, please complete your do now and lesson quiz. And Alex. Bye, guys.